Hey y'all, it's Mother. I hope y'all are having a great day thus far. I want to welcome everybody in, to the Womb of Man. This where you come and get your spiritual healing and set your intentions for the day, get some growth going on in your life, some positivity. I'm back with another one. If y'all seen my short that I posted today, I posted a little video regarding a dream that I actually had last night. And that dream was, oh my God. I've been talking about it all morning, and Spirit has been giving me more and more and more and more every time that I have spoke about it or mentioned it to get it out. Like, it was like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all looked at the clip, no, I don't even think I put it in the clip. But anyway, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I remember the dream, because I don't remember the whole entire dream. I only remember what Spirit wanted me to remember. He highlighted only that. Now, one of my spirit guides in particular is my dad. He passed over when I was 12, 6 days before my 13th birthday. Maybe that resonates with some of you some kind of way, somehow. Though, in my life, it's my father. In your life, it could be another spiritual guide or a family member or relative that passed over. Okay. Also, before we get into it, please make sure y'all like, share, and also subscribe to this channel, because you're not going to want to miss what we talking about. And I'm coming so hard in the beginning because the Most High set it on my brain for me to speak about it, okay? Because it's a reality, and a lot of people don't face this reality that I am going to allow you guys to publicly face with me, okay? So brace yourself. Also, forgive me now in advance for any words that I may say that may offend anybody, because that is not my intentions, okay? I don't look for intentions. What I like to do is observe or explore all possible perspectives. Then I use that to decide what will give, or what will I gain, or what way will I gain the more happiness of everybody else, or the more people that I can make happy. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get right on into this dream though. So the first thing that I want to point out in my dream that I had last night is the fact that the location of this particular highlight was in a house that I lived in when I was 16 years old. And 15. Spirit wanted me to highlight that. So 15, 16. So y'all put it where it go in your life. Put it how it resonates for you. Because this is my personal life that we're speaking about. Okay? So the location was the first thing. The next thing was that there was a male, and I did not see him come out of the house, though I did see him coming from, when I saw him in my dream, I seen him coming from the bottom step, walking up the sidewalk to come down the driveway. Though he stopped at the end of the sidewalk, and he made a gesture with his hand towards his body, like he was throwing up or gurgitating, like that. Like he was saying, like I was gonna gurgitate. At first, well, not at first, but in the dream, when I seen him do that, in my mind, I was saying that he was talking about sucking his crazy, but that's the mindset that I had initially, I misinterpreted the message. Misinterpreted the message. 1:56, 1:57 on the clock. What Spirit was telling me is that I'm about to vomit. Like it was going to be a mess or explosion or tower or something that it was going to come out of me. Okay? Please forgive me for all the non-smokers. I do contribute to the herbs. But he was saying that I was going to be regurgitating. Something was going to come from in here and it was going to come out here. Okay? That's what he was saying. Whatever I had did, it's going to cause me to, you know what I'm saying, vomit. Or it's going to come up. That's what he was saying. Take it how it resonate. This is my personal life. You know yours. So, after he made that gesture, now where I was, the driveway was like this, right? My car was pulled like this in front of the driveway. So it was, my bad, y'all. Y'all know everything try to get in the way when you doing something for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? When you speaking up. Speak up. Anyway, where were we? So my car, okay, there was a car blocking the driveway. And I was standing in front of another car that was parked parallel to that car. So we was both lined up next to each other. The masculine, which would represent my dad, he came around to the white car that was blocking the driveway. So he was in like the driveway, like you couldn't come out of the driveway. He was blocking it in front, like the mailbox in the driveway. So he was blocking it. I was standing in front of the car, whatever car I was in, facing the white car. He came or appeared somehow in, which I'm imagining he walked, and he sat in the doorway of the car, the white car that was blocking the driveway, and which was in the same position of my cousin when they found him murdered. The difference is 1:11 was on the clock. My dad's feet was planted on the ground. The door was open, but his feet was planted on the ground, and he had on a brown suit, like the ones that he used to wear when he used to work on cars. And he was looking at me, and he said, "Your sister called me last night." And he was like, which I was already confused when he said that, because I'm like, in my real life, I haven't talked to my sister in a while. Like, we haven't spoken in a while. And so he like, "Your sister called last night." And I'm like, and he like, "She said your ancestors ain't happy." This is what he said. He said they after you, girl. And that's what he said. Boom, I woke up. I started recording this morning instantly the message that I remember. I wrote it down and I was writing it. But today it's right now 2:13 on the clock. Right now it's 11:10 a.m. And I've been driving around and I've been getting more on the phone. So I called my sister, right? Boom, 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 boom. Calling, because I haven't talked to her in a while. So I've been calling. She finally answered. I'm telling her what happened, right? Boom. She telling me, like, she just in wow. Like, she was in like, wow. I just got a message on my phone and it says, my bad, did y'all hear the message? It says, a happy life won't come from a job or relationship. It comes from deciding to be happy. I think it comes from starting to be happy, or it comes from deciding to be happy starting now. And it's 11:11 on the clock when I said that. The phone keep cutting off every time I try to read it though. But I'm gonna go back and put it together so y'all can hear it, the whole entire thing. But Anyway, so the man was he was in the car, and that's what he was telling me. I wrote down notes on my book, and y'all know how it be when you channeling. You can't really write everything like you want it, but I got so many different notes in here, and they scrabbled all over the place. But I'm gonna read these the best way that I can remember how I wrote them. The first thing that I wrote this morning when I woke up was, there is an ancestor that's after you, girl. Then the next thing it was, your sister called last night and said you losing it, and your ancestors are after you. Meadow Oaks house, because that's the house where I used to live. The neighborhood was called Meadow Oaks. I wrote down, man gesturing me to suck his, because remember, that's what I thought at first, 1:11 on the clock, but that's not what the message was. Oh, and Spirit wanted me to remind y'all of when he asked Jamar, when he was showing Jamar pictures of things, and he asked Jamar to relay what he think it was. When he was like, Jamar, what do you see? And Jamar's like, I see a boiling pot facing away from the north. And he was like, yes, that is correct. What does it mean? No, yeah. And Most High was saying that the message is that there is a terror coming from the north, which is going to be a war of an army coming in from the north. That's what the boiling pot represented, facing away from the north. That's the picture he showed him, but what the message was that it's a war that was coming in from the north, from an army from the north that was coming in. That's what that meant. But that's what he was, pretty much saying. That's the, what I'm saying. A man gesturing me to suck. He appeared black, but his voice sounds like a white hillbilly racist. I wrote that down because for some reason, that's what I kept hearing, 222, was a white hillbilly racist voice that was saying, your ancestors after you, girl, like that, or something like that. And it said, then I wrote down, after I wrote that, while I was driving, the Spirit brought back to me the fact that it was a car blocking the driveway. And it said park on street in front driveway, blocking it. Spirit was telling me that the person that was driving the seat, your ancestor that has passed over, your relative, my father in my personal life, he was the one saying that he is the one that's blocking my pathway. He's the one that's orchestrating it, because he was in the driver's seat and he turned around out looking at me, but his feet was planted on the ground. He said that because it was his car blocking the driveway. He said that he is the one that's orchestrating what is going on around me. Right? So then I started channeling more. Then next thing I heard was, you already have everything you need to start this new thing that you have been praying to happen. Angels don't always have wings. Right? I was listening to a country song and he said that angels don't always have wings. That was the last thing that he said in the song. After that, I'm on the phone talking to my sister, blah, blah, blah. I start channeling again. Now, this before I call my sister. I write down 121, 123, 211. And then I sing 818. You could have judged your sister unintentionally around the school age years, 16. Maybe others gossip about your sister when you were younger, and this influenced the way you viewed your sister. This tower is about to fall, exposing this sibling rivalry. Curse passed over parent and grandparents are wanting you two to work on your relationship. So there is a sibling rivalry between two sisters. And whoever your passed over loved one is, or relative is, or relatives, they are together working to mend this bond between you and your sister, because this is a generational curse that was passed on, that is over your generation from your mother's generation and her mother's generation. This is a curse that's been over the women of your bloodline. And it was rivalry between sisters, jealousy, envy, unjust, unethical relationships between two sisters. Spirit is saying they at a crossroad doing their best to be happy. / addictions. They don't know if they will get married anymore. Giving up on love. Okay, so one of the sisters is at a crossroad and they are binging on drugs in order to be happy. Then another sister is trying to decide whether or not they're going to get married or if they're going to give up on love. Okay, so it's two sisters. One is at a crossroads between addictions and sobering up. Okay? And then another one is at a crossroads with whether or not they're going to get married or they're going to be single for the rest of their life. There is a mother or mom / mother involved. So your mother is connected to this situation somehow. Like I said, this could be a curse that was passed down between your mother and her sister. In my case, my aunt passed away. My mother was a twin, and my aunt died at birth, so my mother is still here. So this curse could be passed along from my aunt that passed away. She could be jealous or envious of my mom because she was the sister that was able to live in the physical realm, and then she wasn't. So this could be a spirit that was passed on from your mom to you and your siblings. It don't have to be you and a sister. It could be you and a brother. But I feel like in my situation, it's me and my sister. Let me see what else I wrote. Your relationship with your sister is the missing link. Swift 211199. Swift. So this need to happen swiftly. Okay, this relationship between you and your sibling needs to be reprimanded. I don't even know what the meaning of that is. I have used it. I have heard it be used before, but I don't know the actual definition of it is. Leave it in the comment. But Spirit is saying the relationship between you and your sibling needs to be reprimanded and swiftly. Your sister's birthday could be 2/11. Yours could be 2/11. The 211 could be significant. Also, 199 could be significant in some way. Add them together, simplify them, see what they come up to. See how they resonate with you. Okay? Let me see what else I wrote down in here. I see more kids than her. Sibling attempted to block your pathway. Sex magic to death murder you unalive. Men wanted to project her image on you. So one of the sisters attempted to block another sister's pathway, possibly because she had more kids than the other. Or maybe because the other sister was living the life that she was the one that she... In my case, when I was 16, I always told my older sister, because in my mind, like I said, I used to hear stuff, and you know, as a kid, you just hear stuff. You don't know. We influenced by what we hear. But when I was a kid, I used to hear bad things about my sister. So in my mind, I used to tell her unintentionally, I was like throwing magic at her, didn't even know. I used to be like, you gonna be the first one to have a kid, not me. You gonna be the first one to have a kid. Shoot, what? You know what I'm saying? Turns out I was the one that had the kids first. So not knowing, I was attempting to block my sister's life, her path, by saying that by throwing kids on her. Didn't even know that's what I was doing because I wasn't aware. You know what I'm saying? There could have been sex magic to death murder you unalive. Someone could have done or attempted, or sex magic could have been done. Again, like in my case, I may have, I don't know, but I'm just saying this is what I channeled. Sex magic could have been attempted to... Oh, okay. Spirit is saying sex magic was... See, it's another story that I got to tell y'all about. The one that I posted with the blue shirt on, I never finished that. I didn't post that video, but I'm going to post that so y'all can go back and reference that video. But sex magic to death murder you unalive. Men wanted to project her image on you. Tried to copy you, sister against you, jealous, envious, your life, your men selection, or she has more kids, burdens than you. Okay, so I just wrote it down. I read it the way that I wrote it down. You know, it'd be hard when you're channeling. That's how I wrote it down. So I feel like Spirit is saying that if it's this two sisters rivalry situation, one of the sisters could have committed sex magic. Or somebody did sex magic on somebody. It could have been one sister did that to block. They attempted to block their pathway by using sex magic in men, right? Another sister could have projected that energy or that image of herself onto the other sibling. You know what I'm saying? Because she was aware that she was this way. 11:02 was on the clock. You know what I'm saying? So maybe she could have tried to project that image on the other sister, the one that was trying to say that she was going to get pregnant. She could have projected that image on the other sister because she was saying that to her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of back and forth, tit for tat kind of thing. But pretty much, like it was a rivalry between these two sisters the whole time. Like they was competing with each other the whole time. You know what I'm saying? In Spirit, or my dad in my case, you know what I'm saying? Because I wrote something else. Says that you could have judged your sister unintentionally at 16. We read that, right? Maybe others gossip about your sister when you were younger, and this influenced the way you view your sister. Remember, we talked about that. This tower is about to fall, exposing this sibling rivalry. That's what I'm doing today. That's what I've been doing. I'm exposing the sibling rivalry between me and my sister. Take it how it resonates with you and your situation, because I don't know you. I don't know your sisters. I don't even know if you have sisters or brothers. So if it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. But curse. Y'all have been cursed. Your family, this is a curse that have been carried on from generation to generation. I'm talking about from your mother and her sister to your grandmother and her sister, and so on, so on, so on. You know what I'm saying? Taking how it resonate. It could be you and your brother, whatever. But there's a passed over parent and grandparents. So whoever I'm talking to, both of your grandparents has passed over. And then there's another single masculine relative that is with the grandparents and wanting you to, meaning the siblings, to work on your relationship. Okay? Because this relationship mending is going to, oh look, because I wrote down here, right here, y'all see that, right? This relationship mending is going to, I hear interpret, determine, is going to determine your rest area. Where you rest. You see that right there? And what's that say? Cheers, festival, celebration. So Spirit is saying the way that you respond to this situation, confirmation, is going to determine
you have an incoming
your
call.
Celebration and your festival. Confirmation.